Dear students, today we will think of world peace. Already we had many lessons like the reasons responsible for the disturbance of world peace, the Indo-China conflict, Indo-Pak conflict, Middle East conflict, and many problems like the World War First, World War Second and all that. But today, what efforts are being made by the UNO to postpone the Third War? After the First World War, from 1914 to 18, First World War was fought. And after the First World War, the world leaders thought that there should be a world body to stop war. Then a League of Nations was formed. League of Nations was a weak body. Only few nations have become the members. When America was not included in the League of Nations, itself was outside the League of Nations. It did not join. But anyway, it was supposed to be a weak organization or a weak body of the world. Then in 1939, Second World War broke out. Within 20 years only, Second World War broke out. The Second World War continued from 1939 to 1945. There were more and more destructions compared to First World War during the Second World War. But once again, the leaders of the world, the leading nations of the world, they thought that there should be a strong world body so that there should not be a Third World War. With this intention, United Nations organization was formed. Compared to League of Nations, UNO is much stronger because the Security Council of the UNO has got more powers. There are 11 members in the Security Council. Out of 11 members, 5 are permanent members of the Security Council and they have a veto power. These 5 permanent members of the Security Council have got veto power. These 5 nations are America, England, Russia, France, and Taiwan also was made one of the Security Council permanent members with a veto power. But later on, China acquired Taiwan and China became the Security Council member. And these 5 members, along with 6 members, non-permanent members. The elected members remain as a Security Council member for 2 years. And next 2 years another members will be there. This is how the 6 members keep on changing. Whereas these 5 members are permanent members, they have got a veto power. And this Security Council, general body, WHO, World Health Organization, International Monetary Fund was established, World Bank was established, UNESCO was established. Many strong organizations which are meant for the welfare of the world, welfare of the common people, have been established. Compared to League of Nations, UNO has got more membership. In the beginning itself, in 1945, when it was formed, nearly 51 members were the nations were the members of UNO. But nowadays, nearly 200 members have become the members of UNO. This is how the cooperation of most of the nations of the world is given to UNO, and it is working also for that. And now, after the establishment of UNO, the Second World War ended in 1945. Now we are in 2001. Nearly more than 75 years, there is no Third World War. There is no Third World War means conflict is going on, but Third World War has not broken out. Conflict between Korea, conflict between Vietnam, conflict between Middle East countries, conflict between Iran, Iraq, conflict between India, Pakistan, conflict between China, India. There are many conflicts between many African countries. These conflicts, particularly the conflict between Israel and Palestine and the conflict between Iran and Iraq. The conflict between Iran and Iraq was more than 12 years, but it was not regarded as a world war. It was only a conflict between two nations. Other nations have not joined with any of the nation, either with either with Iran or with the Iraq. Only two countries were fighting amongst themselves. That's why we can't call it as a world war. In the same way, the conflict between Israel and Palestine, it's also going on. Since the existence of Israel, the conflict is going on. The conflict between India and Pakistan also is going on right from 1947. But only two countries are involved. That's why we can't call this conflict or fighting a world war. Anyway, but the contribution of most of the countries is there for postponing the war. Rich nations are contributing economically, financing, and a country like India is providing armed forces to control the disturbances in the third country, particularly in the developing countries. India has its contribution in maintaining peace and order in the world, and Indian Army is well regarded. Indian Army is supposed to be the well-disciplined force, and it is not biased towards anybody. Wherever the Indian Army is sent, it has done a proper justice without taking the part of any party. The purpose for which the Indian Army is sent, very honestly and sincerely, the people of Indian Armed Forces have done the justice. And particularly, sometimes more than 10,000 Indian armed personnel were sent to the different countries. The world or the countries have got more faith on Indian Army that they will do the justice. More than 50 times Indian Army has gone to different nations, different countries for maintaining peace and order, to serve the purpose of UNO for establishing peace. Now, many of our officers also are sent to the other countries as observers, and for keeping peace. To tell you, General K.S. Timmayya, who was a general of Indian Army, he was sent for some time or deputed for some time to work as a chairman of UN forces. He worked some time as a UN forces chairman, and from 1950 onwards, repeatedly Indian Army is called for maintaining peace and order. For example, in 1950 to 54, that some 17 officers, 9 JCOs and 300 other ranks were sent to Korea between 1950 and 54 for a period of 4 years. And the conflict between Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos, supposed to be the Indochina area. The major countries in this area is Indochina. From 1954 to 1970, Indian Army was sent to Vietnam, Cambodia and Laos. Total 970 officers and 140 JCOs and 6,157 other ranks were sent to these three countries. To Middle East also, right from 1956 to 1967, over a period of 11 years, nearly 393 officers, 409 JCOs, 12,383 other ranks. This is a large contingent of Indian Army was posted for peacekeeping to the Middle East. And to Congo from 1960 to 64, 2 infantry brigades with 467 officers, 401 JCOs, 11,354 other ranks conducted in Congo the peace. And to Cambodia also from 1992 to 93, total 1,373 personnel, including officers, JCOs, were engaged in peacekeeping. And Mozambique, a African country, from 1992 to 94, 2 engineers companies, personnel, nearly 1,083 participated in peacekeeping. And Somalia also, once again African country, 1993 to 94, total 5,000 personnel of Army, Navy were deployed for peace work. Rwanda, 1994 to 96, an infantry battalion, signal corps and an engineer corps were deputed for maintaining peace and order. And to Angola, 1989 to 1999, nearly for 10 years, 1,014 armed forces personnel were kept for maintaining peace and order in that country. Sierra Leone, a quite not well-known country. There also Indian Army was sent for peacekeeping from 1999 to 2001. There 2 infantry battalions, 2 engineer corps and attack helicopters were in service. Ethiopia, another African country, from 2006 to 2008, 1 infantry battalion was sent for peacekeeping. And to Lebanon, one of the Middle East countries, 1998 to 2014, a hospital unit consisting of 350 was sent there for medical treatment. And once again to Congo, 2005 to 2013, a brigade consists of 3 battalions and a hospital unit and utility helicopters who are working for supply of goods, supply of men, transportation purpose, and some military observers also were sent to Congo. And Sudan, from 2005, our army, 2 infantry battalions, engineers, signal corps, and some observers were sent to Sudan also. The newly existing countries, nations, they have a lot of disturbance, troubles, inside troubles, to maintain peace and order and to establish road, railways, communication system, maintaining the health of the people. India sends its armed forces to all these countries. To Golan Heights, once again this Middle East area, in 2006, due to Syrian conflict, a logistic battalion means a transport battalion with 190 drivers, that personals maintaining people and drivers, were in service in Golan Heights. And Ivory Coast, in 2014, staff officers and military observers were sent for maintaining peace and order there. And Haiti, in 1997, Indian police with CISF means Central Industrial Security Force, along with CRPF, Central Reserve Police Force, and Assam Rifles were sent to maintain peace and order in Haiti also. And Liberia, 2007, both male and female units of police along with CISF, that is Central Industrial Security Force, CRPF, that is Central Reserve Police Force, and RAF, Rapid Action Force. Even our female units also were sent to some countries where it is necessary to handle children and women. This is how India has sent its forces more than 50 times for maintaining peace and order in the world and for postponing the Third World War. The contribution of India compared to other countries is much more. I hope India is doing its best in maintaining peace and order in the world, at the same time postponing the war. We know how dangerous is war. War means it is a total destruction. War in modern time, nowadays, is more deadlier than the First and Second World War. Because in the First World War there were no atom bombs. Second World War, you know that when America has thrown 2 bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the destruction, and most of the countries have got atom bombs, hydrogen bombs, napalm bombs, chemical bombs. Even chemical war also may take place if the Third World War breaks out. That's why Third World War will be more dangerous compared to the other two wars. Third World War means it is a total obliteration of the world itself, globe itself. That's why it is the bounden duty of every nation, every individual, that the war should be postponed. We should be very serious. We should live peacefully with other people, should convince the people with a negotiation, without hating others, should adopt the measures, love all, should not increase the tension because of religions, because of color, because of race. There are so many reasons for war breaking out. But anyway, it is in the hands of the people. People should live peacefully with others. The country should live peacefully with other countries, neighboring countries, so that there should not be any war, that we can avoid the Third World War. Maintaining peace in the world is very, very important. I hope every individual of every nation will try his level best to postpone the war, or to stop the war itself, or to give an end to the war. When an understanding is developed between the nations, between the religions, between the people of different race, the purpose of human life is understood, definitely we can put an end to the war. I hope I have given you sufficient information. At the same time, I think that you have understood well, and your duty is also to postpone the war or to stop the war. Thank you one and all.